You did not get the memo. This is the guy no one wanted to hang out with. He just kind of left him and he's still here. But we have you, ma'am. We got... Babe, bros before hoes, alright? I'm sorry. Andre! Andre! I missed you, buddy! No way.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine as a humble smith, forging weapons. You're in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith, such is my purpose.
Ah! It's fucking Andre! Yeah, baby! Alright. You know what? You know what?
Pretty be careful, I don't want
Yeah. No, we're look, man. I'm just... let me switch. How do I switch? Well, first, alright, yeah. We'll give you a bow, because, you know... Bro. And then, let's see. I know I gotta rest. Well, this is my Dark Souls 3 meta. I'm just gonna hang out, watch Andre smithing some shit. He's working on looks like a long sword. That's an S-Talk, I think. Just pounding away on his S-Talk, and we're just gonna drink beer and fucking talk about football and... Game of the year. Game of the year. No, yeah, seriously, that's cool. I mean, I know, alright, yeah, it's kind of cheap. It's kind of like... and I'm sure there's like a story-driven reason for Andre to be here, and we'll discover it, hopefully. Or it'll hint towards it, and the internet will figure it out like 2 years later or whatever, but... I don't know. It could be cool or it could not be cool. It depends on what they do with it, I guess. Watch he be the main bad guy or something. I wouldn't put it past him. Miyazaki's a crafty little fucking mastermind, so you never know. Anyways, alright, so we've got people to talk to, and a Firelink Shrine, which does not, you know, without the splash text, I would have never even fucking realized that. We got Firelink's Shrine to explore. So let's do that. Let's see. Sorry, just reading through chat a little bit. I went there. It didn't look like Firelink to me at all, but I mean, clearly a bunch of time has passed. Yeah, so if they brought Andre back, yeah, you're right. That kind of opens the possibility they could bring anyone back, really. Though, well, you had some characters were in Dark Souls 2, though, in the Abyss or whatever. I'm trying to think, like Havel was down there for sure, and so it's interesting if there will be any continuity there. Like, does characters being in the Abyss in Dark Souls 2 have any bearing, if they're still around, on what they're doing in Dark Souls 3? Remains to be seen. We've got a lot of questions. Let's just talk to some people. Let's absorb what they have to say, and yeah. Well met indeed.
See ye in good health.
Thank you, sir.
What needs smithing this day?
Not sure yet. I think I got one Titanite shard. Don't know if I want to spend it on my semis yet. Alright, so, well, let's check it out. So, okay. We need 2 Titanite shards. We only have 1, so it doesn't matter. We can't. So we got 3k, almost 4k souls, so gotta remember to spend those. We can infuse a weapon. So if I clicked X, we could use a refine gem to refine it, which looks like... So it drops the base damage, but increases your bonus with physical. Okay. Could do raw, which just gives you straight flat damage, but probably no scaling. Yet, oh, this boosts your scaling too. So on strength, you go from E to C, and then even though it doesn't quite show, there's a slight drop in, pardon me, in dex scaling. So, okay. And then you could fire infuse it, which, you know, obviously is probably the most self-explanatory one that adds fire. So that's good. This is good. You can infuse your swords, your weapons, or your shield, which probably gives you resistances and stuff. So that's cool. We can repair. Nothing to repair yet, which is interesting. I wonder if the durability is like Dark Souls 2, where your weapons wear down between bonfires, are restored at bonfires, but if they break, you gotta get them repaired. Don't know yet. Same thing with armor. So it's interesting that I've been fighting and I don't have anything to repair yet. A lot Estus. Uh-huh. Well, that's very interesting, isn't it? So, looks like I have 4 total Estus charges, or whatever. Now I can dump all 4 of them in healing, or I could dump all 4 of them in blue. Yeah, that's... Okay, so there's decisions to be made there, too. Right now I'm going to keep it where it was, just because I'm not getting a lot of value out of my special attacks right now. But I still would like to be able to recharge them once if I do end up using it a lot. So we'll just do 3-1 for now. Yes, that's fine. We can reinforce our flask, but we don't have any shards, so we need to be on the lookout for shards. Let's have a chat.
Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large, but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would.
Alright, so it is a Dark Souls 2 thing. Durability wears down between bonfires and is restored at bonfires. And if you break them, you gotta take them to a smith.
There are 2 ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all. In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down.
You lie, Andre. I'm sure there's sunbros out there just chomping at the bit to help me out with tough bosses. But I digress.
Another matter. Infusing weapons with gems requires a special kind of coal. My humble coals won't be any use infusing more unusual gems. I know, it's an awful shame, but it's all I have. Oh, please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned.
Oh, stop it. Andre, they're gonna kill him and I'm gonna be so sad. Don't you dare kill him.
By the way,
so,
if you find any Estus shards, bring them here. They can be used to reinforce either of your Estus flasks. Without those flasks, you'd want for life or focus. And they'll always stay with you. Why not treat them well? Huh? Weapons and protection.
Alright. So Andre is useful for a number of things.
Be careful. I don't want to see my work squandered.
Yeah, bruh. Good to see Andre. We got you.
A pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont, no?
In a very Demon Souls vibe. This is very Nexus-y. So I'm wondering if the thrones will take us to, like, the different areas. And that's, like, our way into the world. I don't know. Let's see. She's got some embers, some repair powder, prism stones, some basic weapons, some basic spells, some basic armor, some basic shields, some arrows. Some pretty useful but basic stuff. Oh, and it's broken up into categories too, which is nice. Tower key. Key to the dilapidated tower behind the shrine. I'm betting that was the left-hand path. Yeah. So, good stuff, and you can sell to her too.
Ashen One, if my wares are not to thy satisfaction, bring me umbral ash. With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death?
Not getting a very trustworthy vibe from this lady, but I'm gonna need to buy some shit at some point.
Knowest thou of that soppy gossip? That cordial intrusion layeth the path to embers. And so thou art in need of a soapstone, Ashen One. Then thy pockets will overflow with souls to trade to me.
You sell soapstones, lady? So we'll definitely buy one. You do 500. I can probably afford. What are you? Dried finger. Uses strength and connection to other worlds, allowing summoning of a third phantom, but also a second dark spirit. Ooh, very interesting. We'll grab a soapstone. Always good to have a soapstone. A torch would probably also be useful. We'll buy a torch too. Would hate to get to a dark area and find that I can't see anything, and have to waste fire bombs just like blowing everything up to be able to see.
If my ring,
all right,
is it not?
And you can bring stuff to her and get better, items. Good to know. You done laughing? Okay.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Right. Moving on. I'm going to talk to you last. There was a dude up by where I first came in. Yes, you, sir. What's your deal?
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right. Gives me conniptions. And they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
Interesting. So we've kind of got a, this guy's like the crestfallen, I guess, of this world. And he's kind of given us our first direction. First real direction. They want us to take the Lords of Cinder, who have linked the fire in the past, and bring them here to their thrones. So now we've got a goal.